Good morning, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Levi Nolasco. I'm one of the top realtors in southern New Mexico. Thanks again for coming to my channel. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you find these videos helpful. Also, feel free to join my Facebook group called Moving to Las Cruces, where I connect people that have made the move to those that want to make the move. That way, if you have any questions that realtors like myself can't answer, you can ask the general community and they can give you some good feedback. And those links are down below as well in the description. So in today's video, I had a buyer reach out and ask me some questions, and she asked me to make a video about it, so I wanted to do that real quick and answer her questions. So today, again, I'm coming from this beautiful, amazing house, 4234 Purple Sage, here in Sonoma Ranch, Las Cruces. So her first question is, what do I enjoy about living in Las Cruces? And I have to say, that's a pretty loaded question, but off the top of my head, what I really enjoy about living in Las Cruces is the ease of life. So it's just easy to live here compared to other places that I've lived in. I've lived in big cities, Seattle, Los Angeles. I've lived in small towns such as Silver City. And I just find Las Cruces to have everything that I need in life to get by. It's not busy, not packed. You can get in and out of places when you're running errands really easily. And it's beautiful. It's really pretty here. I love the desert. Driving around, I never get tired of it. So it's kind of all of those things together. Also, the people here. I mean, we have some of the nicest people and genuinely nice people in the United States or in the world that I've encountered. So it's just a really great place to call home. To expand a little bit, now that I'm thinking about it, another reason why we call Las Cruces home is that my wife and I have a ton of hobbies and interests, such as, racing cars, riding motorcycles, traveling, just, a whole bunch of things that we weren't able to do in the big city due to the costs. So here in Las Cruces, this is a perfect home base to have a lower cost of living, an increase in lifestyle, and a better overall quality of life. And it also allows us the freedom to take vacations, to have race cars, to explore our hobbies more in depth. So Las Cruces, really great home base and affordable. Okay, so her next question is, what makes Las Cruces special? Again, very loaded question, but I'm going to try to just go off the top of my head with things that I think make it special. Number one, we're in the high desert, so we're at 4,000 feet elevation. I really, again, love the desert scenery, but I don't especially love heat like you get there in Phoenix or Tucson. So high desert, really beautiful. We have access to a lot of smaller towns and cities within a 2-hour drive. So a lot of times, I get a little stir crazy and I want to see something new. I just hop in my car and drive to a neighboring town. There's a lot of other things that make it special. I think the history of the town makes it really special. One of my earliest videos that I made a few years ago, I mentioned that the street Mesquite that's in downtown was actually the old trade route that the Spaniards and Mexicans would take to bring trade up through into the United States. So a ton of culture has spread to the United States from Mexico directly through Las Cruces. And I think that's something that's fascinating. There also, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed here in Mesilla. Billy the Kid used to roam around here. Pat Garrett was shot and killed just maybe a quarter mile behind me. And of course, we have our lovely mountains, and it's not just the Organ Mountains, it's the Doñanas, the Robledos, and a few others that just make up the really beautiful scenery that's Las Cruces. And the slow pace of life. There's so many places I've traveled to that are small but still have a really busy pace of life. Las Cruces, you can feel the slowdown, and it is amazing. It is worth it. I could tell you, if you're thinking about it, just do it. Las Cruces is 100% worth it. Next question is, what do I look forward to each day? For me, it's awesome to be able to wake up in the morning and spend some time with my daughter and my wife before I have to jump in the shower and get ready for work. In big cities, I would wake up super early and I wouldn't even have time to think. I'd just put my feet on the ground, get in the shower, get in my car, drive an hour, and get to work. Here, it's just like I could breathe, take in the day a little bit, visit with people that I really care about, and then get off and go do my tasks. And I love being able to come home for lunch, and whenever I'm just near the house, I could swing by the house real quick. I'm not stuck on the other side of a city just trying to get through my day and make it home just to go to bed. Hopefully that all makes sense. I feel like that came out in little sound bites here and there. Okay, this is an interesting question. I've never been asked this. How do I describe the culture of Las Cruces? Okay, so when I grew up in Silver City, so obviously I'm mixed. I'm white and Mexican. Growing up in Silver City, I thought we just had a normal American culture. I didn't realize how unique it was until I moved to a different city and state. Especially, I went to Seattle, which was like the complete opposite of Las Cruces and New Mexico in general. So our culture is definitely heavily influenced by the Hispanic culture. And I love the Hispanic culture because it's a lot of fun, it's interesting, the food's great, people are really nice, and just have a different way of life than I would say the rest of the United States. I really did not enjoy the culture in Seattle. It to me was very stale and faux friendly. So people, my roommates and I would call it the Seattle freeze, where people would be super nice to you, but as soon as you wanted to be friends or talk a little bit more, it was like, hey, whoa, why are you talking to me? So Las Cruces is not like that at all, and our culture is not like that. It's very family and friend oriented. Get-togethers, barbecues, things like that are huge part of our culture. I'd say the main part of our culture is a huge emphasis and focus on our friends and family. Okay, next one might be a bit of a tough question. Let me read it. Stuck between selling our current home to secure a 20% down payment for our next purchase. They want to avoid private mortgage insurance, which you get when you put less than 20% down, and go for a 15-year mortgage. Or another option that they have is to rent their Airbnb so that they can get out and into a new home, but that makes them feel a little bit less secure owning two properties in different states than selling one and moving here to Las Cruces and owning one house. My first question would be, what is your risk tolerance? You know, does owning another house in another state sound exciting, or does it sound like a bunch of stress and something that you don't want to deal with? That feeling will usually be able to guide you on what to do with that, what to do in that situation. I can tell you, I own property in Silver City, which is 91 miles away from Las Cruces, and I'll never do that again. When I buy another property to rent out, it has to meet a few criteria. I have to be able to drive to it during the lunch break. It has to be an area that I'm very familiar with and that I'm an expert in the terms of real estate, which is Las Cruces. And you have to be a newer fourplex or house. That way I don't have to make any repairs, hopefully for the first 10 years, and then I'll just sell it at year 10. First, identify your risk, and if this is going to be more of a stressor than a benefit to you, I would just get rid of it right away and only have one house to worry about. If you're not used to renting out houses and managing property, if you have a home in another state that you have to Airbnb and rent out, I can tell you it is a job. Even if you don't have to do anything, if you have a manager there in the other state, it's going to be work for you. It's going to be tax implications and a whole host of other things that you're maybe not familiar with. So unless you have like a 2% interest rate and you are savvy with how to rent houses out and don't care that you may have to make an emergency trip to another state, then I may keep it. But in most cases, I would say it's probably a good idea to sell it and just focus on your house here in Las Cruces. Okay, so those are some really good questions, and I just want to thank Ava for sending those to me. Sorry it took a little bit longer to get the video out than I had promised, but you know, if you're watching this channel and you have any similar questions or you want some advice that I can give you, feel free to put the questions down below in the comments and I'll try to add them to the next video. As always, guys, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.